Both President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un have landed here in Singapore. This has not happened before with a sitting U.S. president, and of course the stakes are enormous. Kim Jong-un arriving with his entourage of aides and bodyguards. President Trump arriving a few hours later. Their hotels here are just about a half-mile apart. This has been a roller coaster for so many of you back home to witness and for the world to witness. Kim Jong-un and his missile tests and the test of that hydrogen bomb. President Trump threatening fire and fury, calling Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man. But in just a little more than 24 hours from now, they will meet face to face. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl here in Singapore, leading us off.
President Trump says he's been preparing for this moment his entire life. As he landed in Singapore, he sounded confident.
How are you feeling about the summit?
Is it going to be a success?
5 hours earlier, an Air China jet touched down here carrying Kim Jong-un. It's only the third time the North Korean leader has traveled outside his isolated country since taking power. Traveling with him, his sister, who has assumed a more prominent role in the run-up to the summit. On the streets of Singapore, hundreds turned out to watch the North Korean motorcade drive by. Kim's personal bodyguards running alongside his limousine. Later, the reclusive dictator thanked Singapore's prime minister for his, quote, sincere efforts for the summit. If the summit proves successful, Kim declared, the name of Singapore will go down in history. The eyes of the world are now on the 36-year-old dictator. His new shift to diplomacy comes after a year of escalating provocations. He has tested a hydrogen bomb and more missiles than both his father and grandfather combined, including at least one capable of reaching the United States.
Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
Threats and the name-calling have gone both ways. Kim has called Trump a mentally deranged dotard and an old lunatic. Trump has called Kim a maniac, a madman, and a sick puppy.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
But now President Trump calls the summit a one-time shot to make peace.
I feel that Kim Jong-un wants to do something great for his people, and he has that opportunity, and he won't have that opportunity again. It's never going to be there again.
He says he'll know immediately if Kim is serious.
And how long will it take? I think within the first minute, I'll know.
How?
Just my touch, my feel. That's what I do. I think I'll know pretty quickly whether or not, in my opinion, something positive will happen. And if I think it won't happen, I'm not going to waste my time. I don't want to waste his time.
And John Karl joins us live here in Singapore tonight. John, we just heard the president say there that he will know in 1 minute if Kim Jong-un is serious about denuclearization. But we've been listening to the president closely in recent days. He's also tried to lower expectations somewhat, describing the summit now as really just a first step.
He's really done both, raised expectations and lowered expectations. He's called it the one shot for peace and just a first step. This first handshake, David, between President Trump and Kim Jong-un will be a carefully choreographed event, the two men coming together before the cameras. They will have two meetings. The first one, a very small group of people, just the president, Kim Jong-un, their translators, and at the very most, one more on the American side, Secretary Pompeo. David?
We know their every step as they approach one another will be planned in the coming hours. John Karl leading us off tonight.